that night where they scored a lot of points. We'd like to see that.
And you just saw Coach Langle in his 11th season has led the Raiders to 4 straight trips to the Patriot League title game. No other team has ever done that.
Couple more wins for Coach Langle, and he'll be the all-time winningest coach at Colgate.
Bucknell will be in the man-to-man. Here's a quick 3 by Cummings, a little short, long rebound, and who will get it? As Records taps it off of Vanderheiden, and that was something that hurt the Bison Sunday at American. Long rebounds that the AU team got.
Well, it's just those, you give up second chance points, Doug, and you're trying to kind of get in that groove of settling down. You want to be a tough team defensively, and you only want the opponent to have one shot and be done.
Here's Ferguson, who's a great three-point shooter. Over to Moffitt. Down to 10 on the clock. He's posting up, kicks it outside to Richards for a shot, and he's now just a handful of points away from 1,000 as Richardson got that to drop.
Yeah, nice move by Richardson. Goes into the paint there and does a little step back and gets the Bison defender off guard and drops down 2.
And the Raiders in the man-to-man defense as well as the Bison with their first offensive possession. Andre Screen getting the start. The sophomore goes with a shot blocked by Records. It's the leading shot block team in the Patriot League, the Colgate Raiders. Now here comes a little teardrop, and now we'll miss everything but the backboard for Bucknell, Xander Rice.
Yeah, good for Bison to get 2 opportunities on their first possession, but unfortunately they couldn't put the second shot down.
I think they're going to try and get Richardson the ball as quickly as possible to get those 1,000 points out there.
They might get him out there and see if they can get him in a little flow.
Ferguson will give it over to Cummings. He'll put the dribble down. Good pass for a dunk and a 4-0 lead as Keegan Records gets that one.
Yeah, excellent pass that led to the dunk.
Records at a career high, 25 points in the big win at Navy last time out for the Raiders. Now here's a pass down low, triple teamed his screen. He'll just up and under and get it off the glass for Bucknell's
Nice
points.
pass by Xander Rice, and give Screen credit for kind of pushing his defender up the lane and creating that space between him and the basket.
Rice has been averaging 5 assists the last 3 games for the Bison. He's not playing the point guard position. That's the freshman Edmonds. Now Ferguson double team, gets it to the wide open man, and Records will get his 2nd straight field goal.
So far, Records is just kind of one of those guys that moves around in the post area. He seems to be a tough guy to guard because he's trying to create angles for the pass, and he's been successful on 2 possessions.
Ferguson averages about 2 assists a game. Bison trail it by 4 again. Bucknell being very patient these last couple of games against American and now against Colgate offensively. There's the freshman Edmonds. Get it out to the open man for a 3 by Vanderheiden, and once again, that's too hard. Ferguson will bring the ball to Cummings. Cummings driving down low on the freshman for a reverse layup, and it's the biggest lead early on for the Raiders.
Yeah, they got off to a nice start here. A couple good offensive possessions by Colgate.
Cummings' first 2, and the Bison trail it by a half dozen here. Just about 3 minutes in the first half at Soika. Bucknell has won 5 in a row over Colgate here at Soika Pavilion. Richardson guarding Funk now. And he'll give it over to Rice. Shot clock under 10. Rice goes with a shot block. 2nd block for Records, but he'll be standing on the inline, and the shot clock had reset. I'll have to check to see as we'll go over our officials. Referee is Greg Evans. Greg Moyer and Mike Milione are our umpires.
Yeah, it'll be tough to figure out. The Colgate player came down with sort of possession of the ball, so that would count as possession, and but not a full possession. Maybe they're going to give him 20 seconds.
That's what the officials have decided. 20 on the shot clock here. Bucknell will inbound as Malachi Rhodes is checked in, the junior out of Marietta, Georgia. He is a hard guy to keep off the glass.
Well, what we all like about Malachi is the energy that he brings, and maybe that's something Bucknell needs more of.
Here is a long 3 by Edmonds, and that also misses, and the Bison right now struggling to get shots to fall 1 of 6. Meanwhile, the Raiders 4 of 5 early on. Moffitt with it. Ryan giving out to Cummings, who has a field goal here today. Switched on by Funk. Gets a screen by Records. He'll use it. Now draws a double. Gets it to Records. Records wasn't expecting it. Out to Moffitt. Over to Ferguson. He'll just hoist up a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. No good. Ball ricochets around, and Bucknell will get it.
Yeah, Ferguson tried to do that NBA thing where you try to draw a foul by swiping the ball below the defender and up, but the referee didn't go for it.
So Bucknell trailing it now 8-2. Get it to the baseline to screen, backing down Records. Had the ball knocked loose. Good defense by Moffitt, who helped out. Ferguson back the other way. Cummings back to Ferguson, bobbled the ball. Kick it out to Moffitt. He's open from three, and that's the first made three today for the Raiders. Averaged 10 made threes a game, but we're 3 of 20 against Navy last time out.
Yeah, well, their possessions so far offensively have been very, very efficient. They're finding the open man. They're playing good basketball, sharing it.
Here's Funk with his first drive. Get it to Edmonds. Bison trailing it by 9 early on here at Soika Pavilion. Now Rhodes back out to Funk. Screen near the top of the key. Look back door, instead goes to Rhodes for a jumper, and Malachi can't hit that one.
Every possession by Bucknell, Colgate has been very good defense, challenging every shot and even challenging the passing of the best.
He's a senior out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina, averages 7 points and 3.5 rebounds. He's checked into the lineup, and also the big guy, Jeff Woodward, 6'11" sophomore out of Audubon, Pennsylvania, near King of Prussia. Here comes a near steal, and it will be a steal for Colgate, coming in, averaging right at 6 steals a game.
Coming out of the timeout there, that's not what Coach Davis and his staff wanted for the Bison offense.
Another turnover, that's number 3 for Bucknell. Lynch Daniels will get it to Cummings. Josh Ado on the floor for Bucknell, the sophomore. As Cummings trying to go pick and roll, get inside, go with a wild up and under, no good. They're going to call foul on Bucknell. Josh Ado will get whistled for his first.
Yeah, Ado just had too much hand action there on the Colgate defender. And unfortunately, he did it right about the time that Cummings was taking it up for a shot, so it'll be 2 shots at the free throw line for Cummings.
Nellie Cummings started his career at Bowling Green out in Ohio. He's an 87% free throw shooter, and he hits the first. He'll give the Raiders a 12-2 lead early on, and then transferred to Colgate and was a big part, along with Jordan Burns, of that super backcourt that helped the Colgate Raiders to 4 straight Patriot League title games.
That's really a great thing for Colgate basketball, and to accomplish that 4 straight Patriot League championship games that they were involved in.
Never happened in the past. Trying to go for 5 in a row. Have won a couple of times. Here's the first open look for Funk, but that's going to be a little short. Long kick out, and here come the Raiders, already up by double digits. Quickly getting it into the front court. Lynch Daniels. Now here's a drive by Woodward against Bucknell's backup center, Alex Timmerman. Back over to Jeff. Woodward on the baseline, backing down Timmerman, still looking to pass. He averages about 2 of those assists a game. Get it to Cummings with 10. Here's a long 3 by Cummings, and he'll bury the second one of the first half for the Raiders.
Yeah, Doe kind of helped out on the big guy in the post there, and he didn't recover quick enough to stop the shot.
So the Bison now down by a 15-2 count early on. And here's Funk caught inside. Give it to Edmonds outside. He lost the handle on the ball, and another turnover is here comes Colgate leaking out to Cummings, but pass a little too far from Richardson, or maybe it was Moffitt that time.
And Bucknell's going to make some changes. You just got to kind of try to find that flow if you're Bucknell. Try to find a couple easy shots here or there, and that's not easy right now with the difficult defense that Colgate is presenting, but to get kind of a flow would be important, and kind of get some open looks, kind of concentrate on that. But give Colgate a lot of credit here early on with their defensive effort.
Leading this one 15-2. Have hit a couple of threes here early on. Bucknell 0 for 3 from downtown. Now the freshman Josh Bosco is on to play point. Playing a lot of extended defense out front, but a pack line defense down the baseline. Forced jumper with 10 to shoot, up no good by Bucknell. Rebound, though, comes to Malachi Rhodes. He's caught, and he should just allow the ball to be tied up because it'd be possession of Bucknell. And he does indeed do that. Rice, kind of a forced baseline jumper, but that's who we said could really make a difference offensively for the Bison, Terry. That's Malachi Rhodes. He crashes the glass, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's lots of energy that we mentioned earlier, and it's good to see, and certainly Bucknell, something Bucknell could use.
Catch and shoot 3 up, no good. And Bucknell couldn't quite get the rebound, and here come the Raiders on top, 15-2. Cummings against the freshman Bosco. Good pass out for a wide open 3 by Oliver Lynch Daniels, and he'll hit the 3rd 3 of this first half for this Raiders team.
Skip pass all the way from one side of the top of the key to the other corner, and Bucknell did not recover.
Bison trail this 18-2 now. Still a long way to go here in Lewisburg. Freshman Ian Moda on the floor for Bucknell. There is Rice penetrating to the foul line. Good pass out for a catch-and-shoot three by Moda. Bingo! Moda shot 38% from three, and he gets Bucknell's first three tonight.
Yeah, nice job by Xander Rice to kind of create some penetration there, draw the defender, and then kick it over to Moda in the corner.
Now here comes Cummings. He'll push off, trying to gain room on Bosco, and they'll get the second foul on the Raiders. This will be the first on Nelly Cummings. His screen checks back in for Timmerman for Bucknell, and also Vander Heiden back on the floor for Bucknell's Rose.
Yeah, a good call by the official, because a lot of times that's not called when the offensive guy kind of extends that left arm like Cummings did, but official picked right up on that. Excellent call.
I said Moda shot 38%. That was in high school. He had struggled some, but that's his fourth made three here at Bucknell in his freshman year. Screen will get it out to Xander Rice. It will work against Lynch Daniels. Give to Screen with 11 to shoot for Bucknell. Here comes Bosco getting it to the sophomore screen for a jump shot, a little short, and the rebound comes to the Colgate Raiders, leading this 18-5. Here's an in-motion three by Cummings, and that's a little short. And here comes Bucknell back the other way.
See if Bucknell can get up here and get an easy one.
There is Moda faking the three. Good job by the freshman. They had to come out on him because he had hit that three a moment ago. Now here's Richardson nearly getting a steal. Back to Moda. He'll drive inside, drew contact, elevates, puts it up, but couldn't quite get it. And the Raiders leading this by 13. Back the other way, about halfway through this first half here in Lewisburg. Cummings will get it to Woodward. Given some room here to back down against Screen.
Excellent spacing by Colgate.
And here comes a shot blocked by Screen, but here's a nice up and under by Woodward.
Yeah, Woodward's big body in there, and he kept his position. After he missed the shot, he kept his position, was able to follow up his own rebound.
So the Bison trail at 20-5. Bosco asking for someone to come out, and Rice will oblige. Now give it to the foul line to Screen. His mother's funeral is tomorrow in Arlington, or in Alexandria, Virginia. Here is Screen, nice position on Woodward, and he'll draw the foul. And
Colgate's got good movement at the offensive end of the floor. They're sharing the basketball, finding the open man. I really like their spacing. Even when they pass the ball into the post, they space out well.
And here comes Andre Screen, who picked up the foul a moment ago on Woodward, and he'll hit the free throw. He struggled some in the contest down at Navy at the free throw line, and he's kind of been much sharper at the charity stripe since then. As we mentioned before, he lost his mother, passed away Thursday a week ago here in Lewisburg as they were here to watch their son play.
Yeah, it was a tough day for the Bison. The game obviously didn't go well, and everything that surrounded it with Andre and his family.
Sophomore out of Ontario. Here comes a three up and good by Richardson. So now he has his 1,000th career point. Going to double check on that. Nope, that's just his 5th point.
Yes,
he needs two more.
He needs 2 more. He needed 7 total. He needs 2 more, but it's looking good for him tonight.
Well, and in that Navy game, Colgate only hit 3 of 20 from 3. They've already hit 4 threes in the early going here with their biggest lead, and here comes a steal by Richardson going against Funk, and he'll miss that for his 1,000th career point. Now Bucknell has numbers back the other way, as here is Edmonds putting the dribble down. He'll go in easily against Woodward for the layup.
Nice push back up the floor, and Edmonds ready to get to the basket there and get the easy one, but excellent push up the floor by Xander Rice.
So the Raiders right now 4 of 7 from 3. Here's Ferguson in the corner. There's Richardson for a 3. That's a little bit off the mark, and good box out by Screen.
Good box out by Andre Screen. He reaches up there with his one hand and grabs it.
Vander Heiden posting up underneath, but Edmonds didn't get him the ball. Instead, he'll go out to the leading scorer, Funk. Now Screen with it against Woodward. He'll go for a good pass out for a catch-and-shoot 3 by Rice. Bingo!
Yes. Couple solid possessions there, and if Bucknell can get some stops, have a couple more solid possessions, we can have a much closer basketball game, obviously.
Down to 11 right now, the lead for Colgate. Lynch Daniels had the ball knocked loose from behind, but they're going to call a foul on the freshman Edmonds. Team foul number 2, his first.
You previously mentioned Colgate's trouble with shooting the 3 on their last basketball game that they won, and that's a sign, I think, of a very good basketball team. Struggles a little bit shooting, but still finds a way to win.
And boy, they did it because of this guy who just checked back in for Coach Langold. Records had a career-high 25 and only missed 2 shots from the floor. Here's an open 3. Rims in, comes out that time. Lynch Daniels was open on the inbounds. Funk gets the ball. He has yet to score here for the orange and blue. Bucknell trails it by 11. Malachi Rhodes back on the floor. Their screen now. Backing down Records. Good bounce pass and a dunk by Malachi.
And you see Malachi Rhodes, man, double teaming, but you see Malachi sliding into that open gap where Andre Screen can see him. That's very important as an offensive teammate to make that little slide to the open area.
That's something Colgate does very well, Terry. They really get you deep and then pass off to the backside. Richardson looking for his 1,000th career point. The defense by Bucknell. 10 on the clock for Colgate. There's a good give and go, a little too far for Records, and Bucknell comes up with another steal. Bison down by 9, closest they've been for quite a while here. Screen, wise to not take that shot. Glad he picked up his dribble a little too soon. There's Funk. The defense by the Colgate Raiders. Here's a great pass by Funk. Even better pass to Edmonds. The defense again. Here's a forced 3 by Rice. That goes off the rim.
Yeah, he had to get that up because of the shot clock. Good ball movement. Bucknell was challenged on a couple shot opportunities there, and Colgate doing a great job, and then just couldn't get that open man for the last easier shot.
Sam Thompson on. He'll throw the ball away, and Rice comes up with another turnover for Colgate.
Yeah, and see if they can push it up and find an easy one.
Rice penetrates, open jumper for him.
Yes.
He'll splash that for his 5th point.
Really like the way he brought the ball up the floor, under control, little hesitation move there, found an open gap and went up really balanced and knocked down the 2.
Bison trailed by 16. Now find themselves down 7. Here's Ferguson, the veteran, the 5th-year player. Kind of got caught. Give it out for an open 3 straight ahead by Thompson. That's short. Long rebound goes out of bounds back to Bucknell, and you can sense the Bison are within 7 with the Raiders shooting 50% and 4 of 10, 40% from 3.
Yeah, Colgate, probably a good timeout for them on the media timeout there, and Coach Langle talking to him about a couple things, I'm sure.
Some fresh bodies on the floor for Coach Nathan Davis's Bucknell team. Let's see if they can keep the flow going with a Funk jumper. Nope, that's short. So Colgate with that 7-point lead, led by as many as 16. Here's the veteran Ferguson. Kick it out to Moffitt, who's back on the floor. Lynch Daniels has played very well. Up to Cummings, the senior against the freshman Bosco. He'll penetrate and dish it out to Moffitt now. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for Colgate. Lynch Daniels beats Funk for a wild one off the glass. Won't go in the fight for the rebound. Going to be tracked down by Colgate. Second offensive rebound for the Raiders.
Yeah, 2 Bison defenders there, but couldn't come up with the rebound, and that's the kind of stuff, you know, a second chance opportunity there, knock down a 3, just kind of put that lead back up to 10 now, and for Bucknell, that's a bad mistake at the defensive end of the floor.
Second 3 of the first half for Moffitt. And here's Records. He's going to get whistled for his 2nd foul, battling with Timmerman. How important is that going to be for the Raiders?
That could be very important for Colgate that they have and Coach Langle chooses to put him on the bench. Remember, his first foul was all the way down here at the other end of the floor, 90 feet away from the basket, and kind of a silly foul. And now he gets in trouble with the second one underneath the basket at this end.
Rice checks back into the Bucknell lineup. So does Moda. So Bucknell trails it by 10 after cutting the deficit from 16 to 7. Here's Moda with another 3. Bingo! He's hit 2 of them tonight.
Good to see and give Malachi Rhodes credit there for setting the screen. And you see him kind of fade over the top there to get the open look. And an excellent opportunity for Moda, but Malachi Rhodes with a great screen.
Oh my, and Rhodes gets a fingertip on Cummings' drive on Bosco, who will push it up and give it to Rice. Bucknell's Rice goes in, draws contact, throws it off the glass, good, and he was fouled up.
It's amazing what energy can do, and you've seen Bucknell on a couple possessions here in the last couple of minutes just having a lot more energy than they did to start the basketball game, and Rice taking it in there after Josh Bosco balled it up the floor and found him. Nice move.
And you don't see a lot of emotion from Xander Rice, but he showed it there as he'll go the line here, shooting 86%. Free throw gets a lot of rim, Terry, but a kind rim here at Soika.
Kind rim at Soika, and we're back to 4 now for the Bison, so see if they can lock in here. And these last 5 minutes of the first half are very, very important.
Woodward on the floor because Records has 2 fouls. There's Cummings with it. Colgate is hit. 5 threes. Here is Ferguson, and he's going to be on target for that 3.
Yeah. Moda did a great job defending, challenged that coming up through 2 screens to get there.
And Rice does a great job off a screen by Timmerman. He went right to the rim.
Right to the rim, balanced, under control. Sometimes I watch Xander play, maybe gets a little out of control, but those last 2 drives to the basket, were very under control and balanced, and he was rewarded.
And here's Cummings with a great move, just a little bit short on that ball, and it's going to kick out to Ferguson. Open three in the corner, and he hits it.
Knocked it down, and looked like Malachi Rhodes might have hurt his shoulder there, trying to go after that loose ball. He looks a little, he's kind of tender with his shoulder there coming up. I think Funk's going to come in for him maybe.
Bison pulled within two, but now Ferguson with that off-balance three gives the Raiders the 5-point edge. Bucknell a little stagnant offensively right now. Moda will drive, draw contact, missed it, got his own miss, missed it, trying to hold on to the ball, and they're going to call a tie, ball possession error to Colgate, but you got to love Moda. I think this is the most aggressive we've seen the freshman from Texas.
That's the most aggressive I've seen him. He goes in there, he misses his shot, stuck with it, you know, and kind of missed it. I think he missed it the second time and then got after it the third time and got tied up. The ball goes to Colgate, but yeah, love the energy.
What about that big three by Ferguson?
Yeah, that was big. You know, as Bucknell got back into the bat, you know, gotten a little closer, and he's knocking down the three. That's a big key basket for Colgate.
And the Raiders get the ball back to Cummings, who missed 4 games with an injury, to Ferguson. Now here's Richardson back on the floor off a screen by Woodward. He'll just go inside, skip it out to Ferguson, feed it to Woodward. Good ball movement. He'll spin on screen. He'll go for the up. Well, no, he'll give it out to Ferguson. And they're going to call
of it. Now here you got a 5-point game with Bucknell having the basketball coming out of a timeout. So we'll see what Coach Davis and his staff had tried to go to here to maybe get Funk a good win to get loose, but something good possession to narrow that gap again.
Xander Rice is 4 of 8 from the floor. Andrew Funk has yet to connect on a bucket. He's only taken 2. He'll pass it to screen, and that will be a turnover, number 5 for Bucknell. And here comes Colgate in the open court. Cummings easily beats Rice, and he'll go for the teardrop, and it's a 7-point lead again.
Yeah, Colgate got the missed shot or the turnover and brought it up here quickly, made a couple key passes, and got an easy one.
Bucknell has had trouble with open court turnovers that have led to fast break points for the opposition here during this tough start to Patriot League play, 0-6. Bucknell has never started Patriot League play 0-6 before. Screen has it. But the shot clock is down to 9. He's just going to give it off to Rhodes for a wild shot up, no good. And Woodward gets the ball on the rebound and will give it to Ferguson. Good defense by Edmonds. Cummings now wouldn't pull the trigger with screen on him on the 3 in the switch. Now he's going to try and take him off the drive, and there'll be a foul on Andre, and that's probably not a bad foul. His first team's third. You didn't want Cummings to go in, get a shot, and get fouled.
Yeah, screen made a good call there. Maybe a good decision to grab him and force them to take the ball out of bounds, set the defense.
So Bucknell had it down to 2-point lead. Ferguson hit a 3, and then a moment ago a 2, a big 2 by Cummings.
Yeah, a couple offensive possessions there for the Bison. The one coming out of the timeout that were Funk looking for screen. I don't think Andre was ready for the pass. And, you know, just little things like that just kind of multiply.
Here's an open 3 by Cummings, and he won't get that, but the fight for the rebound is going to go out of bounds. They'll say off Woodward. I thought it was off the head of screen.
I thought it was too off Andre's screen, but no one at that end is arguing the call, or none of the Colgate players were surprised, so I'm assuming the official got it right.
So the Bison haven't scored here for a few minutes. Bucknell scoreless over the last minute and a half here. Rhodes, not necessarily the guy you want with the ball to shoot a jump shot. He has hit a 3, though. Now Rice penetrates. Give it out to Funk. This is the guy you want to shoot a 3.
Exactly. Exactly. Give Andrew Funk credit for moving and finding an open area while Xander Rice was penetrating.
So the Bison pull within 4 after trailing by 16. Cummings against the freshman Edmonds. Beats him off the dribble. Good pass out, but Moffitt didn't pull the trigger on the 3. Still go to Richardson. He'll bury his head in for a jumper that will give him his 1,000th career point that time.
And I think that was the exact same shot he took on his first possession of the game when he scored 2 points early.
So the Bison trail it by 6 again on a nice shot by Richardson. Screen at the right elbow will be open, so he'll shoot the jumper, and that's why he was open. Rhodes had the rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds by, I think, Moffitt.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look. I don't know how well Andre Screen would shoot from out there, but a couple key possessions here, close to under a minute. Bucknell needs to kind of get real good looks.
Trailing it by 6. There's a good look by Edmonds, but a little too hard. And so here comes Colgate quickly pushing it up. Richardson, who had his 1,000th career point. Out to Moffitt. He's open, shoots the three, and he'll miss that one. Well, you could get much more open, could you?
Yeah, you couldn't, and fortunately for the Bison, he missed it.
You know, he hit 2 threes. Here is Funk with an off-balance layup. No good, but he's going to go to the line to try and pull ever closer here to his 1,000th career point. And that may be the second on Woodward. And that is, so he and Records both with 2 fouls. That's the 6th foul on Colgate, only 3 on Bucknell. Surprised?
No, I'm not surprised, and I think for the most part all the calls have been very accurate, and neither team really being over-assertive at the defensive end of the floor. There I think it's just little body movement there by the big guy, and that's why the call was made.
First free throw around the rim and in for Funk, and the second one bangs in there as well, so he's now 5 points away from his 1,000th career point.
See if the Bison can get a stop and then maybe use a timeout here on their last possession.
Here's Ferguson for a long three. Rims in, comes out. The rebound. Woodward just pushed Malachi Rhodes out of the way. Gives it out to Cummings. He'll go with the shot, and they're going to call the second foul on screen. Boy, Woodward very close to getting whistled for his 3rd foul.
Yeah, Woodward was, and Malachi Rhodes upset with himself. He sort of had 2 hands on the basketball there, and he couldn't come up with it. You can tell he's
he may have been pushed.
He might have been a little pushed, but you can see it's great to see that energy and everything that he has there, and unfortunately he couldn't come up with it.
Cummings will go to the line with his team up 4, led by as many as 16 early in this first half, and he missed his 2nd free throw. So it's really kind of ironic that Bucknell only down 4 at this point.
Yeah, it is, and you know, give them credit for hanging in there and closing that gap, and they'll get another opportunity here, another possession, to see if they can maybe close the gap some more before the halftime.
Wow. 3rd straight free throw missed by the senior Nelly Cummings. And the Bison trail it by 4 with possession. Lynch Daniels back out on the floor, playing tight defense. Colgate does not have a foul to give. The ball is tied up, Bucknell possession. Freshman Edmonds just running out the clock right now.
Yeah, 2-second differential. We're at 10-9.
High screen by Timmerman. Now he'll dive, but here is Funk, double team. He's going to force up a fading 3, and that's off the rim, and that will lead to 0.8 of a second left in the half here, and Colgate will apparently lead at the break.
Yeah, I think Andrew Funk there made a kind of a step back move when he curled. He could have just kind of gotten in, kind of looking for a 3 when he curled. I think he could have stepped right into the free throw area and just knocked down a short 2 as opposed to back step looking for the 3.
Here is Richardson.
Bucknell, you'd like to see Andrew Funk get started. He's close to his 1,000th point. Hopefully he can get those tonight, but he needs to break loose and find a way to get a couple open looks.
So the Bison will move right to left in the white uniforms. Colgate left to right in the red. Good pass out for an open 3 by Edmonds, but that's a little short. Fight for the rebound. Screen battling, but it'll go out of bounds off Andre.
Good look for the Bison coming out of the halftime timeout, something they might have talked about. First possession opportunity, and Andrew Funk took it in there and was able to find him over there in the corner.
Kind of looked like Funk was used as the decoy that time.
Yeah, he took it in there, and they guarded him pretty well, and like I said, he found Edmonds over in the corner.
Records picked up his 2nd foul with 7 minutes left in the half, so he had limited minutes. There's Cummings with a short jumper. Couldn't find the mark, and Bucknell trailed it by 2, and then Ferguson hit a huge 3. Raiders led by as many as 7 before Bucknell trimmed it to the 4-point deficit at the half. Rhodes starts the second half. Head of Vanderheiden.
Yeah, his energy, the first level was nice. It provided a little spark.
And here comes another foul drawn by the man, Xander Rice. He's drawn 4 of those tonight.
Yeah, he took it into the gap there, and the defender was trailing. But Malachi Rhodes did a nice job coming in off the bench, providing some energy for the Bison, as did Moto. He had knocked down 2 shots here right when Bucknell was kind of making their move, getting narrowing the gap.
And Rice hits his 2nd free throw in 2 attempts. He becomes the first Bison player to go over 10 points. He has 11.
Yeah, he's being rewarded. He's gone to the foul line now a couple times, and like I said, he found some open areas and knocked down some shots. So now he gets a little started. Maybe Andrew Funk gets a little start, and maybe Andre Screen. 3 guys that are important to the Bison offense.
Now here's Richardson posting up, and he'll kick it out for a wide open 3 by Moffitt, and he hits his 3rd tonight. Great feed that time.
Another cross-court pass for Colgate, finding the open man, and Moffitt caught it, balanced, knocked it down.
He has 9 points all on 3-pointers, and back to a 5-point edge for Colgate. Rice caught, And he's going to have to find the open man, does into Edmonds. He'll attack, and nobody picked up Edmonds.
Yeah, nice. Xander Rice in that same area where Edmonds was and kind of moved out of that area, drew the defensive people with him, and Edmonds took it right to that gap that was open.
Now here's Cummings in the gap. Great feed to Records. He's going to be open for a layup.
Records did a good job catching that basketball. They two were so close, and I thought Cummings kind of put some energy into that pass, and Records showing his good hands and catching and finishing there so close to the basket.
Colgate coach Langle emphatically said, get over on the open man. They didn't this time, and Funk will miss the three. Colgate with it, leading it by 5 after that two-pointer by Records, but Ferguson couldn't hold on to the ball. And here comes a leak out by Rice, and he'll draw another foul. That's the 4th drawn today. And he's fortunate they called the foul because I think he was trying to draw it. Sometimes officials won't call that.
Yeah, sometimes they won't. And give Malachi Rhodes some credit. He came up with the loose ball. He looked ahead to Xander Rice, chose not to throw it the full court, chose to throw it to Andrew Funk. Then he relayed the pass to the open man, Xander Rice. Excellent play there by 3 Bison players.
Good call as we saw the replay. Terry Burke is our director. We have Matt Palecchio, who is our stage manager. Brandon Wilson is one of our camera operators, Dave Bodmer, and also Andrew Odom. And here comes Rice. He's now hit 4 straight free throws, and he has 13 points. He was held to 3 against American on Sunday.
Now, this is the thing about the Bison team. You know, it's one night, it's a couple guys. The next night, it's a couple guys. That it'll all become really good when we had those nights where everybody kind of gets 4 or 5 guys in double figures, because I think that's the kind of team they are. To win basketball games, they need everybody to kind of go up there. I don't think one man can carry them.
Bucknell hanging in here against this heavily favored Colgate team. Colgate winning 2 in a row. We're shocked at Lehigh in their first Patriot League game of the year. Lost by a couple. Here's Cummings open 3, though, and he will miss it. And Edmonds tracks down the loose ball, and he'll push the pace for the Bison. Bucknell could tie with a 3 here. They'll go with a pass, and Screen should have just grabbed the ball and then went up, but he tried to do it with one hand.
And that hand he tried it with was his left hand, and so it looked a little uncomfortable doing so.
There's Richardson. Looks back door. Does get back door to Records. Good job by Funk battling down there, but they're going to call a foul, the first this half on Bucknell. Only the 5th on the Bison in this game, Terry.
Yeah, that was a tough call down there because pass in, Andrew Funk deflected it, and then both guys were battling for the loose ball. I couldn't see, but the official came up with a hold call on Andrew Funk. Tough call.
That's his first foul today, and Bucknell's first this half. So again, the Raiders with the ball in the 3-point lead. Cummings against Edmonds, rejects the screen by Records. He's still trying to set it. Now to Ferguson. Ferguson, good defense by Funk, slaps at the ball. Here is Ferguson, throws it off the glass, and it comes in and goes out. Tough luck for the senior.
Yeah, it was tough luck and good challenge by Andrew Funk there on the defensive end. As you said, he battled him step for step there as he was getting back down.
5th-year senior in Ferguson, who has done a much better job here in this 5th year, going inside as opposed to just being a 3-point artist. Here's Screen, dribbles out of the double team, gets it to the hot hand Rice, but he'll lose the handle on the ball, and here comes Cummings for a layup.
Cummings gets the easy one on the loose ball that kind of Bucknell lost possession of.
Cummings now has become the first in double figures for the Raiders. He has 10. Bison trail it by 5 again.
Yeah, Colgate off to a good start, not a great start, but off to a good start because they've maintained their lead here in the first 4 minutes of the second half.
Funk has 5 points today, needs 5 more for 1,000. There's Edmonds with it. Over to Rhodes. Screen, struggled against American shooting. Sets the screen for Rice. He'll penetrate inside, keep the dribble alive, and that gave him an opportunity to try and get the loose ball, and a good job by Rhodes to tap the ball out of bounds off Colgate.
Yeah, we're going to have the media timeout.
Association of Basketball Coaches put on that event to help on the same team battle the dreaded disease of cancer. That'll be next Wednesday. Back to action here. Bucknell trails Colgate by 5. His screen goes with a nice up and under, and he'll score on Records.
Nice play out of the timeout there. Bucknell able to organize and get something out of the timeout on their own inbound play underneath the basket and finish strong for Andre Screen in here, narrows the gap to 3.
So here comes Moffitt, who has hit 3 3-pointers, including 1 this half. Up to Ferguson. Good skip out to Richardson. Goes under the basket, kicks to Moffitt. Couldn't pull the trigger on the 3, but here's Richardson for a 3, and that's good.
Give credit there to Moffitt to kind of giving that dribble handoff ball screen that enabled Richardson to get wide open.
That is the 8th made three for a team in Colgate, which averages 10 a game. They've had 2 games this year with 18 made threes, including a big win against Syracuse. Hadn't beaten them in like 50 years.
Yeah, and I think they started the second half now 4 for 7 and helping them maintaining their lead.
Oh, here comes Funk, and good help defense by Records. 9 to shoot for Bucknell as Bison will bring Vanderheiden in. He did not start this second half, and Timmerman as well.
Yeah, a couple nice to see Moda out there because he did some good things in the first half, provided that kind of lift and some energy, so he's getting a chance here in the second half.
Bucknell down 6 here, 8 to shoot. There's Rice with it. He sees the shot clock, pulls up for a 3. Bingo!
Wow. Nice look by Xander Rice, like you said. I think he looked right up at the shot clock, saw it was wound down, but he maintained his balance and let one go, and it kind of followed through nicely and wasn't challenged too much.
Richardson against the freshman, draws contact, and he'll go to the line, but Moda did a good job, just kind of joined the paratrooper club for his first foul. Team second on Bucknell, and that will send Richardson to the line.
Moda did a good job challenging it, and then he lost his feet by going up with the ball fake, and that's when Richardson, a good smart player, was able to draw the foul.
Richardson was 3rd in the Patriot League last year in assists per game as he shoots 63% at the line. That's his 13th make out of 20 attempts. He was 3rd team All-Patriot League, academic All-Patriot League member last year. He's a senior out of Flemington, New Jersey, and, you know, he is just a solid all-around player, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a couple players on the Colgate team that are just kind of similar. Yeah, Richardson, Moffitt, they're just solid all-around basketball players who don't make a lot of mistakes, and obviously when they're doing that, they're doing a lot of things right.
Back to a 5-point lead. Funk has yet to get untracked. We'll give it to Rice, who is on track. Wow. Bingo!
Yeah, give Andrew Funk credit. Penetration, found Xander Rice standing over there again. Not a three-point shot that was challenged. He was able to knock it down.
Great ball movement, open 3 by Lynch Daniels, and he'll connect on the jump shot.
Colgate not disturbed at all by the fact that Bison got it to 2. They came right down here and just answered the three-pointer by Rice.
That's number 9. Here's Funk, who is yet to hit a 3. It's caught. I have to give it to Vanderheiden, and he'll step out of bounds, and that's a big turnover for the Bison,
too. Yeah, that's one of those things, just like you have in tennis, an unforced turnover, and that's exactly what that was. And just kind of hope it doesn't stop the momentum or the offense that kind of has been started here for the first couple minutes of the Bison second half.
Rice going to come out and get a little bit of a breather as Edmonds comes in. Where can the offense come from Bucknell?
Well, you got Timmerman, who's not done too much yet offensively, and Funk, who needs to kind of get started. There'd be 2 guys I'd look for here with Xander Rice on the bench.
They're going to call a foul on Edmonds, and the freshman gets whistled for his second, team's 3rd. So Colgate had 6 team fouls in the first half, Bucknell 4. Now Bucknell has 3 and the Raiders have 2 this half. Colgate up 5. Every time Bucknell got it to 2, they hit a big 3. Ferguson the first half. I'm going to go Moffitt. Now here's Cummings down the middle for a layup. They call another foul on Bucknell. See what's going to be whistled.
Vanderheiden, I think, on the block, I think is what they're going to call.
You're right. That will be Jake, the junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. He had 8 points in the game against American. Bucknell lost by 8, and so Bucknell 0-6 in the Patriot League for the first time in Patriot League history. Timmerman nearly steals from Woodward, but there's an open 3 by Cummings. Won't shoot it. Instead gets caught underneath, and he's still underneath. 3 seconds on, but no call. So Colgate gets it back. Under 10 on the clock. Lynch Daniels beats Moda for a layup, up and no good. Tap up and no good. And Moda will get the loose ball, and he'll dribble it in the front court. And Bucknell trails it by 5. Bison hanging in there. You get the feeling if Bucknell could get the lead, might be a big change for Bucknell. What a great follow by Timmerman.
Yeah, Timmerman follows up the miss by Andrew Funk right there, just kind of looking at the whole play was in front of him. His man tried to help out there. Woodward tried to help out with Funk, so that left a gap.
Once again, Bucknell gets close, and they allow Moffitt to go out. He has 12 points here today. He came in averaging just 9 a game.
You got to love the poise and everything of the Colgate basketball team. They're not rattled at all. Bucknell's made it very close a couple times, and they just need to come up and move on to the next play and make a shot and do what they need to do offensively.
Another open court turnover for Bucknell. The Bison defense got back, trailing it by a half dozen. And here's another layup. Oh, no good. A little bit of a bump, no foul. So Bucknell gets the ball back down 6. Funk has yet to get going here. Averages 18 plus a game. He's 1 for 7 from the floor.
You and I know that he could take, the next 4 possessions and knock down threes and kind of have a good night.
Oh, nice job by Timmerman to use his body to keep Woodward away.
Yeah, got his body right up against Woodward, so Woodward wasn't able to jump with that pressure on him, and Alex using his left hand to finish it.
Every time Bucknell has gotten close to the Raiders, as you said, poised Raiders team, veteran team, making the play to keep the lead. There's Lynch Daniels. He's hit some big jump shots today for Coach Langle's team. So is this guy Moffitt, and they call him 570-577-1771, and he'll get you all set. Doug Birdsong, Terry Conrad here as the Raiders have it now with Cummings drawing defenders, and that leaves a man wide open for a layup. No good. Richardson gets it back, and it's stolen by Timmerman, who dives to the floor, and Bucknell, which has struggled getting 50-50 loose balls, gets this one.
Good job by Alex Timmerman staying with the play, because it looked like Colgate would have 3 opportunities there, and on the 3rd opportunity, he took away from the basketball and came up with the loose ball.
Nice pass from Rice. Here is Moda for a 3.
Big
Bingo! Moda has hit his 3rd 3 here tonight. Coming into this game, he had only made 3 threes.
Yeah, nice to see that he comes off the bench and knocks down some threes. But now at the other end, again, Colgate respondents, give them credit. A 1-point game, they've stretched it back out the floor on knocking down a wide open 3 in the left corner.
That's the 3rd made 3 today for Lynch Daniels. Rice has been the man here today for Bucknell, but Moda also has gone well. Timmerman gets caught. Good defense by Records. Get it to Edmonds, up top to Vanderhyde. Still 10 to shoot for Bucknell. Now here near midcourt is Xander Rice. He will use a screen by Timmerman, draws a double, slipped and fell, and the shot clock, well, it'll be stolen by Colgate. Here they come with Cummings for a layup, up and good, and it's a 6-point lead.
Nice job by Colgate to come up with the loose ball, move it up the floor. Just look, that last possession of Bucknell looked a little stagnant. It's a couple guys standing around, wait to see what was going to happen rather than trying to create something good.
Bucknell had got the lead from 16 to 1. Colgate has rattled off 5 straight, and here's Rice again losing the handle, and Timmerman throws it to the wrong guy, and it'll be another big lead for the Raiders. Have really dropped that number in Patriot League play, while the Colgate Raiders average almost 14 turnovers a game, 16 turnovers a game, but Bucknell has only forced 8. Screen back on the floor for the Bison, trailing it by 8 points again. Bucknell trailed by 16, 18-2 to start this game tonight. Xander Rice has 20 points this evening. His career high 24. Good defense by the Raiders. Your screen against Records. Good pass out to Edmonds. He'll catch, he'll shoot a 3, and that's well off the mark at the shot clock buzzer. And Bucknell right now struggling a little to get shots to fall.
Yeah, coming out of the timeout there, it was a good opportunity. Shared the basketball, moved around, got screened in the low post. Just couldn't knock down the open 3 out there that Edmonds took.
Sam Thompson on the floor for the 2nd time tonight. Cummings penetrates, gets it out to Lynch Daniels, who's hit 3 threes today. Richardson has his 1,000th career point. 10 on the clock for Colgate. Richardson looks inside to Records. Instead goes outside to Cummings now against the freshman Edmonds. He'll beat him off the dribble for a layup. Blocked out there by Edmonds.
Nice job by Edmonds to be on the behind Cummings there and come up with the block as Cummings made the move to the basket.
Great pass for a Rice 3. That's too hard. And a long leak out, and here's a 3-on-none. Funk comes back, and he'll block the shot, but it'll go in anyway.
Still go in. I think you're right. I think he did get a little piece of it, but out front here, the ball ended up out front here, and Colgate able to pick up the loose ball and kind of stretch, get down there and get a somewhat easy basket.
Raiders, after leading by 1, have ripped off 9 straight points to lead it by 10. Now here's screen, good bounce pass to Rhodes for a jump shot. That rims in, comes out, and everything going the way of the Raiders right now. Lynch Daniels will get it to Richardson. Look inside to Thompson. He'll shoot a balanced 3, and that's no good. Probably not the best look there for Richardson.
That's kind of quick for Colgate. Their last, when they're in a solid offensive set, they kind of make some good decisions. That was kind of quick for their possessions.
Quick whistle is
possessions at the defense or the offensive end of the floor where they get better looks, but you got to hold on to the basketball. And whatever look you get, you got to make sure your defense gets an opportunity to get back and set, because a couple times their defense wasn't set, and that's how Colgate was able to extend this lead back up to 10.
Colgate 8-0 in terms of fast break points, and Colgate has a 10-point lead. Looking for Funk. He'll feed it to Screen. He's a little out of control, and he'll throw the ball away. Turnover number 11, and Bucknell has not been able to get fluidity on its offense. Lynch Daniels was wide open but wouldn't shoot the three. Instead, he'll go for two, and he'll just miss that. Got his own miss and put it back up and in.
Yeah, mental mistake there by Moda, just kind of letting his man. He challenged the shot, but then his man sneaked in there, able to come up with the possession of the basketball there and score. It was Ferguson.
Raiders threatening to blow this one away. Three by Funk. Rims in, comes out. Rhodes battling. Gets the loose ball, but he throws it in the backcourt. Will that count over and back? Yes.
Yeah, got possession on the rebound and threw it all the way back here. So, yes, the back call. And because the ball all the way went down here to the end of the floor, that's where Colgate will get the possession underneath their own basket.
Bison had it down to 1. What has Colgate done to get this lead up to 12?
Well, they just kind of challenged the Bison offense, and I said Bucknell just fumbled away a couple of opportunities, and then they were able to come down and get some easy opportunities with some fast break points and offensive rebounds.
And second chance points right there through that offensive rebound. 14-7, the Raiders lead in that category, back up to a 14-point lead. Bucknell going to have to make a big-time comeback here with 6:44 remaining in Lewisburg. There's a catch-and-shoot three by Funk, but that misses, and Bucknell has grown cold.
Yeah, they're cold, and particularly Andrew Funk is cold tonight so far. I know we've got some 6 minutes to go, and he could get hot quickly, but right now it's not looking good.
There's Ferguson inside, gets his shot rejected out of bounds off of Screen, it appears. You know, Colgate's lost 5 in a row here to Bucknell, but had a chance to win 2 years ago. Jordan Burns now playing in the G League, just changed teams from Austin Spurs over to another team in the G League here a couple of days ago, but he missed a baseline jumper right about where Lynch Daniels is inbounding the ball. And the Bison won 71-70 on the strength of Paul Newman's 2 free throws, but a lot of these guys played in that game for Colgate. Nobody played in that game hardly for Bucknell other than Funk.
Yeah, Colgate's bought some very, very good teams in Lesoika and not able to win, but they have been capable now, some over the last couple years.
Good job by Timmerman to bounce into Woodward, and Woodward couldn't quite hold on to the ball. Turnover number 9 for Colgate, but Raiders lead it by 14. Bucknell, you would think with 6 minutes left, needs to hurry, but that's actually the opposite.
Yeah, you don't want to go too fast and kind of, you know, you want see there's an opportunity right there, an excellent defensive play by Ferguson to come up with the ball that went into Timmerman. He wasn't aware of Ferguson being behind him.
Ferguson trying to hit the off-balance three, but he misses. He's 1 for 5. Bucknell down 14 with the ball. Yeah, since Bucknell is going to win some Patriot League games this year, they just got to finish games. Here comes a finisher, Moda.
Moda having a good night, you know, coming off the bench and providing the spark energy offensively and everything. But yeah, Bucknell's, you know, we've seen it tonight, Doug. They've had a couple key opportunities, 5-minute stretch, a 3-minute stretch, but it's a 40-minute basketball game, and that's where they're struggling right now. They need the whole 40 minutes.
Moda will go the line. Ian has not attempted too many free throws, but has shot it well, 5 of 6. The individual from Puerto Rico, then moved to Allen, Texas. Still had some. In fact, we were playing a game down at, I think it was Navy, and somebody came up and said, "You're from Puerto Rico," when we got to the hotel. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Loyola. It was the Loyola game down in Baltimore.
So we had a gentleman that played for us when Coach Woolen was Matt Clark. He was from Puerto Rico. And everything. So not the first Bison, but nice to see.
That was the first point for Bucknell in forever. As Woodward now posting up on Timmerman. He'll hand it off to Lynch Daniels, back to Woodward. Good feed over to Moffitt. Moffitt trying to make a move before he got the ball, Terry.
Yeah, Bucknell's getting the opportunities. Colgate's fumbled away here a couple possessions, not able to score. And Bucknell's needs to go down the other end and take advantage of the opportunities that have kind of presented themselves here and see if they can narrow this gap.
Remember the 1970s show Grizzly Adams? I think Woodward
bit.
looks like Grizzly Adams. Here's a nice feed from Funk to Timmerman, but Bucknell's woes shooting continue. The Bison do get another opportunity, and here's Rice, who's been held in check lately. Out to Edmonds. He'll put the dribble down. Step back for a jumper, and that's off the mark as well. Shot clock was winding down. Colgate up by 13. Good pass by Ferguson to Cummings. Even better pass for a Moffitt, wide open 3.
Yeah, there you see it. That's good, excellent basketball by Colgate, pushing it up the floor. Cummings, not really ready to shoot the basketball, but found the open man.
Back up to a 16-point lead, but a lot less time now for the Bison to make a comeback. And certainly won't do it if they can't get any shots to fall. Here's Edmonds dribbling the ball off his foot off a not great feed from Timmerman.
Yeah, too many possessions this half where not even getting an opportunity to shoot the basketball.
Catch and shoot three by Cummings, and he'll go to the line on the foul by Vanderheiden, his third, team 6. And Colgate on a run right now, doing what the Raiders did to Navy. Colgate could win. Got to wonder what Colgate's going to do in the future. Do these guys come back for a COVID year, or do they move on to another team and play like John Meeks, Paul Newman for Bucknell, Jordan Seachin, and go to a different one? Is Colgate on a 19-1 run over the last 11 minutes, and here comes Cummings to try and hit his first free throw since early in the game, and he'll hit this one.
I really like Cummings' basketball game. He shares the basketball well. He seems to be the kind of not really a vocal guy, but he seems to be the leader of this basketball team as far as the offense goes and the feel of the game that he has.
He has 16 points and also 4 assists. Here's Bucknell struggling against this Colgate defense here in the last 10-plus minutes. Screen, caught. Give it to Vanderheiden with 6 to shoot. Over to Edmonds. Bucknell trying to get somebody to launch a shot to make one at the shot clock buzzer. This one no good. The ball tipped out of bounds off Colgate. 71-51 lead here in our last media timeout for the Raiders, looking to win their 3rd straight and 2 on the road. We'll take a timeout. This is Patriot League basketball on ESPN. Some of the Bison fans, good contingent of students, Bison Nation students coming in for this game. You know, with let's run that again. With 11:26 remaining in the second half, Terry, Colgate led 51-47. Bucknell would get within 51-50, and the Raiders have just exploded here in this second half.
Yeah, they have exploded, and they've scored, a total of 38 points here in the second half, and we've got 4 minutes to play, and they only scored 33 in the first half. So the gap is there, and Bucknell just kind of a bunch of empty possessions, whether they fumbled the ball away or just didn't make a shot.
I think Colgate has increased its aggressiveness defensively, but it also seems as if Bucknell has become a little bit shaken.
Yeah, they have become, Colgate's just done a very good job, locked in on the key guys all night, Funk being one of them that they locked in on, and just kind of made it a long, difficult night for the Bison, with regards to some of the guys that have been unable to break loose.
Andrew Funk still 5 points away from his 1,000th. Missed that shot. He's 1 for 10. Bucknell has a chance to win at Holy Cross on Saturday.
I think Bucknell has a chance to win a lot of basketball games. It certainly doesn't look that way, but they've shown signs. And, Coach Davis and the staff can look at those couple signs, a couple, 3-minute runs, 4-minute runs, whatever it was. But again, as I mentioned earlier, it's a 40-minute basketball game. We all know that, and they need to kind of put 40 minutes together.
Here is Ferguson posting up the freshman for a layup. Got it blocked. Second block here for Edmonds, and then Ferguson, a little frustrated, will get his 3rd foul. I tell you what, Elvin Edmonds has a career high in blocks right now with his 2nd.
Well, Evans, a good defensive player, and has granted a spark to the offense ever since he's come in and kind of taken over that point guard position. And you see the night, that's allowed a guy like Xander Rice tonight to kind of open up a little bit more offensively because he doesn't have that point guard responsibility.
Well, you kind of see what Bucknell is going to look like because Funk has only hit 1 for 10 from the floor here tonight. This is going to be Bucknell's team next year, and we'll see if Colgate has the same team or if some other folks look for greener pastures. Here is a twisting, turning shot, no good for Malachi Rhodes. Colgate gets it, leading it by 20. Moffitt is a junior. He'll be back out of Lancaster. But they need a guard like Cummings, and if Cummings doesn't come back, maybe Coach Langle, he has gone to the transfer portal before the portal began. Here is Richardson now. He'll drive on Rhodes. He'll go with an underhand scoop shot, a little bit short.
Yeah, we don't know what Coach Langle has on his bench over there because he's only used 8 guys tonight. But maybe there's somebody over there, backup-wise, that's ready to take over for Cummings.
Good defense by Records. Records will be back next year along with Woodward. Here's a 3. Bingo! Malachi Rhodes hits his first 3-pointer here in forever. He has 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a nice sign for the Bison that he's capable to step out there and get that shot, wide open look, and knock it down. But Colgate's going to now just kind of run the clock down in these last 2 minutes and kind of set the tone and take something easy, or else force something up, but they're not going to shoot it too early, I don't think.
Edmonds gives to Records for a layup. 5th assist here for straight, and so Colgate's going to be right in the mix. They were big second in the preseason
Yeah, they'll be
poll.
at the top half of the bracket where there's a kind of piled up a little bit up there with some teams that have 1 loss or maybe 2. But Colgate's obviously good enough to be in that upper echelon of the Patriot League.
Navy threatening to lose 2 in a row at home, trailing 55-49 to Lehigh. Good pass by Moto with 10 to shoot for Bucknell. And this pass is stolen by Cummings. And the Raiders, Cummings will just put on the brakes here, give it out for the good 3-point shooter. But that time, Louis Jacques couldn't get it to fall.
I don't think he was following the instructions of the staff there to kind of slow down and run the clock down. But nice to see the freshman jack it up.
Now another turnover as Rhodes can't hold on, backing his man down. Here is Records running the floor, and a good block by Malachi Rhodes, but they'll call the foul on the junior, and that'll send the junior out of South Kingstown, Rhode Island. Keegan Records to the line. This year he's a kind of an adventure, 20 of 37, 54%. Had that career high 25 points against Navy last time out. Had his prior career high against Bucknell in last year's Patriot League semifinal. The Bison have made it to the semifinal round in virtually every year of the Patriot League. His Records line drive shot, but he'll go in for his 9th point. So, I mean, you know, in the Patriot League, you get opportunities in the postseason. Remember, Holy Cross didn't win a road game all year, won 4 games, including in the quarterfinals, to knock off #1 seed Bucknell here at Soika.
That's a good point, Doug. And if you're, you know, in the little funk that Bucknell's in right now, you got to kind of try to, you know, find a way to get things rolling in a good direction so that when you do Patriot League tournament comes around, you know, if you could have a good February and get into that end of the February, start of March there where Patriot League tournament is. I don't know the exact dates, but, you know, who knows? Anything can happen. You just got to be playing your best basketball to win. No matter if you're first place or not, you still have to play your best basketball to win.
Here's a bench player, Zach Light, almost getting a steal for Colgate. Bucknell's Bosco, the freshman, get it out to Edmonds. Pull up for a jumper, rattles it in from 2.
Nice shot by Edmonds, nice individual move there.
Bison trail it by 18, and Bucknell's 5-game winning streak over the Raiders here at Soika apparently going to be over with, and Colgate going to pull within 7 and 10 in the overall mark, 3-1. In conference play, Bucknell going to fall to 3-4 here at home, and 0-7 overall, as Colgate will just run out the clock here to win this contest. So some good things for Bucknell, even better things for Colgate.